Hey, good afternoon. Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You know that daily check-in I do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today's Friday, so happy Friday to everyone out there. As soon as I go live, I get a phone call, right? You know what? Let me just decline. But anyway, I didn't have a lot to go over today. I just wanted to thank some people. And hold on one second. And I am live. I mean, I am live. Yeah, I know I'm live. You guys know that as well. But the comment is open, so feel free to make your comments. I would appreciate it. But yeah, I wanted to. I'm not sure if you guys saw this already because I posted it like 100 times already. But the International Hospitality Institute, um, they, I guess, voted and came up with this top 40 hospitality podcast for 2024. On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everybody's been talking about, is on that list. So I do thank you, thank you to the International Hospitality Institute for putting me on that list, and specifically Dr. Jeffrey O for just your support, and I just appreciate you, and thank you so much for appreciating us, meaning us as in other podcast hosts and producers and all that kind of stuff, or people that have hospitality podcasts in the top 40. So, and this is international. This is not just here in the United States, not just here in LA. This is international. So that's worldwide. So worldwide recognition. So I do appreciate that. It's just humbling, that people listen, people watch, people support you. So I thank the people that have been supporting me from day one, the people that, got on the bus later on, doesn't matter. I just love it. And I appreciate you guys are there to support me, to ask questions, to, no matter what, you're there. So I do appreciate that. That goes family, friends, that's colleagues, people I just met, I only met on, through like LinkedIn or some social media platform. That stuff is important. I mean, I do appreciate like I said, just to be acknowledged and just appreciated for putting out some decent content. And congratulations to everyone else, the other 39 who also were, distinguished as well. They got the same distinction. So I do appreciate that. Thank you, Lonnie Wolf. Appreciate that. Appreciate the comments you made earlier. So yeah, I mean, that was it. I didn't have a lot to go over today. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to come on and do a live and just talk about that and thank some people. Dr. Jeffrey O., International Hospitality Institute. Thank people that have been supporting me since day one. And congratulations to the other podcast content creators like Glenn Houseman, Craig Sullivan, Sarah Dandashi, Bruce Jordan, the MJ of hotels. Those are people that I follow. Those are people that when I have questions, they're there for me. So I appreciate you guys as well. I know there's a lot of other people I did not mention, but those are people that I knew were on the list because I just kind of skimmed through it. I skimmed through it to see if I was on the list, right? So once I saw me, I'm like, okay, I don't remember everybody. I don't remember the other 39, but I do remember at least 4 out of the 39 because I watched them and and they're some of my favorite podcasts. So there you go. So, but no, I thank you once again. If any questions out there, you can always feel free to ask those questions right now. If you don't want to ask them now, you can ask them later. My email is russell@russellofhotels.com. You can feel free. If you have comments now, feel free to make the comments. Yesterday I was at the Dream Hotel. Kind of took that hotel in again. I mean, like I said, I hadn't been there in a while. That was my second time actually there. The first time was right around when it opened, I guess. But yesterday I went in there and yeah, I was like, oh, this is why I like this hotel, right? Because just the openness, the lobby. You can find out a lot about a hotel just by walking in the lobby, right? How open it is, how airy, sunny. And this had all that, right? Because it's like open air. You just walk in, there's a bar right there, there's the lobby, there's a front desk straight ahead, and then go up to the 10th floor, and that's where they have their, what do you call it? Their rooftop pool, bar, restaurant, all that kind of stuff. They have cabanas with TVs and all that kind of stuff up there as well. So, it's Hollywood. It's right there. It's Hollywood, right in the middle of Hollywood. Hollywood. But yeah, it's that corner right there is an amazing corner. There's a lot going on in that area right there, right where the hotel is. Hollywood. Did you know Hollywood is only like 2 miles by 2 miles, so it's not like it's a big area. And people think Hollywood is its own city, but Hollywood is actually just I mean, not just. It's like a neighborhood in L.A., right? It's not, it has its own zip code. Of course, Hollywood has a zip code, but it's 2 miles by 2.5 miles by 2.5 miles. I believe that's what it is. So, but there's a lot going on in that 2.5 by 2.5 miles. But yeah, so the Dream Hotel, I will say one of the top two. I'm not going to say in what particular order, but probably I'm going to say top three. Dream is in there, and this is Russell Hotels, top hotels, right, in Hollywood. The Dream would be in there. The Godfrey would be in there as well. I'll give you the other ones later, okay? But because I just went to those two hotels this week, right? And I was actually going to go to a hotel today, but I say, it's Friday, and sometimes in LA on Friday, there's more traffic, right? Especially on the street, because people they get off early or they don't go to work at all, right? So you got to compete with those people too. But during the week, like a Monday or Tuesday through Thursday, that's probably the optimal time to be going anywhere and like going towards Hollywood or whatever. Because you can go later in the morning and come back at a decent time and not get caught up in a lot of traffic. But the later you go, the more you're going to get caught up in traffic, especially like on a Friday. That's like I said, some people don't go to work, some people leave early, and the streets are filled with cars and all that stuff. But anyway, once again, just congratulations to everybody, not just to me. Congratulations to me as well, and then to everyone else. The top 40 hospitality podcast for 2024. Thank you again to International Hospitality Institute and Dr. Jeffrey O, for recognizing 40 podcasts that are doing it in these hospitality streets. We do appreciate the recognition. Thank you for the people that are there's people that are watching now, right? They're not saying anything, but they're watching. They're like lurking in the back, like, I don't want them to know I'm here. I hope they don't know I'm here. It's okay to let it's okay to let people know that you're there, right? It's okay to say, hey, how you doing? Because I like to recognize people as well. I like to, thank people for coming on and being on and making comments and all that. So, but if you don't want to make the comments, that's fine. I can't acknowledge anyone, if they're not making comments. So, but hey, it is what it is, and we got some shy people. Obviously, there's some shy people there that don't want to say anything today. So, let's see. Is there anything else I had to go over? I don't think so. I think that is it. Like I said, these lives don't have to be that live. I mean, don't have to be that long, especially when I don't have a topic for today. Well, the topic for today was International Hospitality Institute Top 40 Hospitality Podcast of 2024. That was the topic for today. I went through that. I thank everybody for, like I said, their support. And I know I said it like 10 times already, but I'm really appreciative of that. So just the recognition, people don't see behind the scenes, the work that you put in. When you're interviewing or when you're having a conversation with people, you got to do your research on your people. It's media, right? We call, social media. Oh no, it's not like on TV or no, it is, because you're doing the same things, if not more, because a lot of times it's a one-man show. You don't have a producer, or well, some people do. I don't. I'm a producer, host, writer. I do it all, right? Okay, so I push the buttons. Okay, I push that button. See, that's what I do. Okay. All right, that's enough. It wasn't that funny. Okay, but yeah, so I do it all myself. Me and the roadcaster. If I want to play a little music. What's that song? Come on now. I know it's Hotel California. So, but yeah, so So yeah, so I do a lot of it myself, right? Other people do it themselves as well. So like I said, there's a lot of work behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. I mean, even the my backdrop here, you got to do things, you got to buy things and purchase things in order for that to even occur, right there, right? So there's stuff that's to it that that you have to get involved in. You got to educate yourself, and those are one thing. Well, that's not one thing, but several things that I've done. And you got to educate yourself on how to take these podcasts to the next level, how to be noticed, how to do your own promotion, all that kind of stuff, right? Because you're nothing without promotion. Just like a hotel, there's nothing without putting your brand out there, creating brand awareness, and putting those things out there. Not being afraid to put yourself out there because there's going to be some negativity. There's going to be haters. But from what I heard, if you ain't popping, you're not popping if you ain't being hated on. Okay, that's what I heard. I don't know who said that. You ain't popping if no one's hating on you. Okay. If you don't have no haters, you're not popping. That's what I heard. That's just, I don't know how I keep saying that, but I guess I said it different ways because that's how I've heard it. So, but anyway, but yeah, so you got to do, there's work you have to do. You have to put in some work. It's an ongoing thing. It's not just, I know I used to do on air with Russell of Hotels once a week, right? But leading up into the show, you got to do things leading up to the show. I don't just wake up on Tuesday and wait till 12 o'clock and start doing things. I mean, there's things that you have to do your research on because every show, I don't care whose show it is, but they have segments. It all goes in order, and mine is no different where things go in order because that makes things easy for you, right? You put things in order, you follow the same segment every single time, and that way you get used to doing it, right? Now, if you want to just start talking, like the daily check-in is just, for the most part, it's me talking, but I do have certain topics, right? So that means everything is I have, categories I go through. I have steps, so there you go, an outline. Okay, so there's outlines that you go through in order for you to don't forget things. You can remember those things, right? So everybody does it like that, or at least they should, right? So it makes it easier. So, but you have to figure those things out. What am I going to talk about today? Okay, I'm going to have a conversation with someone. What are the questions I'm going to ask that person? Well, you got to do your research on those people, right? So, like I said, it's fun to do it. Is it easy? It's not hard. It just takes some time, right? Doing podcasts takes time to prepare things, put things in order. But no, is it difficult? No. Was the Rodecaster difficult for me to learn? No, I figured it out. I didn't have to look at the instructions. I mean, certain things you're gonna figure out, right? So there you go. That was it. I just wanted to, I guess, kill some time and see if anybody was going to come on, but no one came on to say hey or anything like that, so I can recognize some people. But anyway, that is it. So you guys have a great day. Thank you again. Once again, thank you, International Hospitality Institute, Top 40 Hospitality Podcast for 2024. Just happy to be one of those, and congratulations to everyone else. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great day, great weekend. Be safe. And as always,